I'm delighted to be with you this evening in this inauguration program of Bloom Bazaar, promoting Made in Nagaland. And by the comments of the IDAN chairman, and for what we had seen and what we will see will tell us the story. That the seeds, the visions we had, Team Nagaland, we worked together, and today we see the visions coming to the stage of blooming. And that's how Bloom Bazaar is created. I appreciate and I congratulate the IDAN team led by Abu Mehta and his dedicated officers and staffs. You are aware, in my first term as Chief Minister, knowing the aspirations of our Nagas, knowing the aspiration and the eagerness of the youth, we have to translate their hope and dreams. And that's how the Nagaland state, being a tribal state, and all the tribes, they celebrate their festivals. And with so many tribes, we call it Nagaland, land of festivals. And that's how we went on to the roadshow in all the districts and headquarters, and partnering with the tribal festivals. How we had encouraged the youth, the people, to preserve, to promote our culture, our song and dances, our music, our Naga wares, and Naga handloom and handicrafts, and our arts and music, and celebrating and culminating in the Hornbill Festival. Now Hornbill, once it was a state affair, it became a national affair, and now it is an international festival, which we are all proud of it. In any of these festivals, weddings, conventions, or churches or homes, what we decorate the places, the homes, the events, it is the beautiful flowers. And the flowers, growers from their respective homes to a small-scale business, and finally we have grown bigger. We had encouraged the horticulture for floriculturists, and then we had also created a separate department for women development department to give a special emphasis on floriculture and also the Naga wares and Naga dresses, which they are excelling. You had given me kind words about my initiatives, my support to the flower growers. Well, behind every success man, there is a woman. And as you had mentioned about my wife, at time I was complaining diplomatically, trying to draw her attention that she is spending more time to flower than to the husband. but I knew her passion and how she could encourage the flower growers. And many of them, they had worked together, forming an association. And today, from a small individual homes to groups, and today we have come to this level at the commercial level. When we visited one roast farm in Maharashtra, my wife took me there. And so we went and inquiring things, how they make money out of the flowers. Because sometimes the flower prices are very low and sometimes it's very high. So we asked, how do you earn when you are selling one rose petal, one rose stem for 3 rupees, 5 rupees, as low as that. And when it is imported here, it may cost about 7-8 rupees, but it is definitely less than 10 rupees. What we learn is like how it is explained by Abu and Nigole. When in the West, in summer, snowing, they cannot grow any flowers. And they have to import huge quantity for celebration of Christmas, New Year, and many occasions. And that's how they used to import from where it is produced. And India used to send in terms of lakhs and crores stamps and make good business. They fetch from 5 rupees, they will fetch up to 20 and plus rupees per piece. That is a huge money. I believe today's market, the global market, $100 million business is there in flower. And India has 13% market value. So, if we can grow good quality flowers and also know the season, when to grow what, I think it will be very beneficial. It will not only employ the growers, it will employ the users. Any function like today, the decorations, you go to the church, at times it's become a pleasure besides worship. You see the beautiful flower arrangement in and around the church and the pulpit. It makes you feel so good. In the weddings, how much are used? Those days in the beginning, when we go to the function, many a time we are given bouquet, plastic flowers. So openly I used to complain, don't give plastic flowers. Give fresh flowers, or if you don't have, don't give. So that is to encourage them to grow. Today it's not only the towns or the offices or churches, at home, many good quality flowers we find. And it is our ladies who are doing excellently well in flowers. Our president, flower growers, she mentioned about they go competitions in national, international for flower arrangements. It drew my attention. Many foreigners or national, they come for meetings or as for some other conventions or as tourists. And many a time they had remarked that Nagaland, your flower arrangement is too good. We have seen to many big meetings, national meetings, but their flower arrangements, even in the states, in almost all the states I've been, their flower arrangement, they use many flowers, but the arrangement, flower arrangement is not as tidy and beautiful as our ladies are doing. So, they deserve appreciation, and I congratulate them. I encourage them, and I'm extremely happy that even the bankers are coming forward to give loan. I don't know what are the terms and conditions, but I want to thank the bankers for coming forward, giving loans to our flower growers. We appreciate, and I hope you'll continue to assist, because there will be 100 and 1,000 flower growers wanting to have that kind of loan support to them. Well, if you really want to do something, you need financial support. You need money. And for that, you have to go to the bank. Our society, many people say that we also want to do, but we don't have money. We don't have bank culture. You need money means you have to go to the bank. You have to build up a relationship with the bank. That's why we had to introduce that all your salaries should be paid through the bank. All your scholarships and benefits should be paid through the bank, so that you will have relationship. Bank culture will develop in you. And after your studies also, your study loan or your scholarship, your marriage scholarship, that you want to go further into business, you approach loan. If your schemes, your projects are viable, any bank will try to give you loan. I remember, I'm a businessman's son. I was business myself before I came into politics. I did many works, but I used to seek loan from the bank. I'm a state bank. I used to bank with State Bank of India, the lead bank, and I continued till today with Vijay Bank, now Bank of Baroda. Tonight, the Rural Bank, Bank of Baroda, and Northeast Small Finance Bank, you have come forward. I really congratulate you. Be partner, not only to the flower growers, but to the people who are taking up entrepreneurship. And there are training facilities. Any discipline you want to, you should take training, you should seek loan, they will give you. And over and above that, you are aware, State Bank, the state government, we also had given microfinancing, Chief Minister microfinancing. So who want to do business and you know the trade or you are trained, and if your schemes are viable, any bank will give you. And for that, IDAN also is facilitating the entrepreneurs, the loan seekers. Without any collateral, you will get 15 lakhs minimum, and you can increase as per your scheme. And this, the entrepreneur, 10% he has to contribute his share. Bank will give 60%, and the state government, to lighten your interest, because you can pay back the loan after 7 years. So the state gives you 30% as support, and that is a kind of a grant. You don't have to pay to the government, but to the bank. And that's how we encourage the youth to come forward. This evening, the Bloom Bazaar, not only flower show, I believe there are many other items, exhibition sales from more than 30 who volunteered. I think about 10 is participating. And in the following, every weekend, there will be this kind of Bloom Bazaar, Friday, Saturday, am I right? So, should not be only an inauguration and opening, but we can bring our friends and family to see, have time out. Then why the government had set up, declared Year of Youth Empowerment? Why we have created TAFMA, that is Music and Art, Task Force for Music and Arts. Today, they are trying to exhibit, they are going to market it. And we, buyers, we should encourage our youth, buy their goods and also encourage them. Because every weekend, not only yourself, but when your friends come from outside, or a tourist. The other day when I went to Neiphiu Gardens, which belongs to my wife and my daughters, I asked few questions and say, today we don't have much activities. These days we don't have much activities in the garden. So whether people come and visit the gardens? And surprisingly they said, yes, people come. Local tourists or even local people, particularly from the armies, from neighboring states, and even from mainland and foreigners also. When they get time, they come and leisurely they used to go around, see the flowers. I was quite encouraged. And they appreciate our ladies. We appreciate and we encourage you. The loan you received today, I was thinking by myself that all the loanees who took loan are women. One man came up and I was told that it is the husband. So that means 100% women. I think floriculture also not only women job, men can do. And we can be a much better florist also, I believe. So don't be disheartened. If you can't compete the ladies in growing flowers, you can do other entrepreneurship and see who earns more and remain a happy family. So this new initiative, innovations of bringing different entrepreneurs from the government departments to the entrepreneurs and flower growers. I believe every evening there will also be music and also Naga cuisines. So I think this is where you should spend your time sometime with your friends and family and also your tourists or visitors. So I can only wish you all the very best, and we have plenty to see, and let us together work together and ensure that we grow from strength to strength to build a prosperous Nagaland. Thank you and God bless.